With that, let's get you up to Seattle. We're standing by are our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's 3rd down. The starters for the Seahawks of Seattle on the offensive side. Charles, they could use a big game from Thomas Rawls.
And they really loved what they got out of him last year because an undrafted player is not supposed to give you nearly 6 yards to carry in production. And that's exactly what he did. They need a big game out of him, and they expect it. But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
That's pulled in at the 32. 12 yards on the return that time, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 2nd down. And certainly a key cog in this offensive wheel is Jeremy Maclin.
You've just got to find ways to get him the ball, whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And Hill with it over the middle. And I think, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, when you talk about all-purpose guys, Tyreek Hill is it. He's done a little bit of everything for KC this year, hasn't he?
And he's done it well, really well. In fact, he's done it so well that he's really messing up teams' game plans because the easy answer is don't kick it to him so he can't punt return, he can't kick off return. But people don't understand how hard it is to keep it away from a return guy and not kick it out of bounds and give him great field position and all these other things that goes into it. Tyreek Hill, even without...
And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Marcus Peters is a former first-round pick who has great anticipation and tremendous ball skills.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. They'll run with Rawls. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Well, partner, earlier you were talking about Russell Wilson and what he's done this year as the focal point without a solid running game. Thomas Rawls, 349 yards on the ground. Christine Michael is the team's leading rusher. He's not even with the crew anymore.
And that just tells you the evolution of Seattle's offense because they've always been a tailback-centric team. Okay, you remember how they went to the Super Bowl. Who carried the football? Big-time yardage, big-time production, and Russell Wilson played off of that. Without that this year, he became the focal point, and they became a pass-first team.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Second down now after the pass completion.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Harris has it over the middle. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put it up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
To the air again, Smith. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
It's brought in by Harris. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And it's complete to Kelce. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
They come out here in the eye. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Alex Smith taking it in. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Wilson to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Well, partners, that pass falls incomplete. How about a few guys who probably look at this season as being incomplete for them? And I'll start with Carlos Hyde, the nice runner for the San Francisco 49ers. 12 yards shy of 1,000.
In the backfield, Melvin Gordon, 3 yards shy of 1,000. And Devontae Adams on the receiving end, he finished with 997 as well. And how about Matt Ryan throwing the ball? 56 shy of 5,000. Now he'll be in the playoffs, but won't get the 5,000 for the regular season.
Man, 5,000 yards throwing the ball for a quarterback nowadays, that's a heck of a benchmark. But what a season for Matty Ice.
Finding time. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
It's Kelsey on the ground. It's a gain of 14 there, and that'll be good for a KC 1st down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. From the 50, it's Smith. Conley's got it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Smith, and that'll be incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now it's Smith, and incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They snap it to Smith. And this is incomplete. Well, as we sit on the eve of the playoffs, interesting note, first time since 2003 that both Super Bowl teams from the previous year have not made the playoffs. that leads me to this question. Who's the biggest underachieving team of this season?
Well, I would start with Carolina. They went 15-1 last year, and while they were the runner-ups in the Super Bowl, we fully expected them to make a run back towards it this year. I'd say also, if you stick with that, Arizona, trendy preseason pick. They didn't make the playoffs. And Jacksonville was another trendy pick. They didn't make any move towards being a better football team. On the flip side, on the overside, Miami, they made the playoffs. I think Detroit, Tennessee both made great moves. And how about the Dallas Cowboys? Did anyone expect this season the #1 seed in the NFC?
Wilson is caught outright by Graham. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job. They're limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Spencer Ware, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Not only did they drop, it looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Smith. This will be caught at the 2. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To the air again, Smith. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now it's Wilson. He hits Jermaine Kearse. 15 yards there for number 15.
Really good job by the offense there. Every second counts right now. So for them to get out of bounds and save some time, that's a nice move.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Shreds the tackle. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Another pistol look here. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Smith, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play. And now it's 2nd down.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way that he made the play. Came across and knocked it away.
Flushed out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity. Just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Throwing is Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They are going for it. It's Smith. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 39 yards.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down, setting up the screen for West. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Charcandrick West, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. after the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a big